Welcome back to part 3 of What If Naruto Ate the Chakra Fruit. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, this is gonna be the finale, so you guys better make sure y'all like this one up and you go show some support on the movie version of this when it drops to help more and more people get a whiff of this amazing series that you guys were so lucky enough to watch. That said though, ladies and gentlemen, for today's video, I am gonna be taking attendance, so make sure you guys go report that you're here down below in the comments. But with all that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy.
Hey Ross, sauce it up.
Almost immediately as soon as the trip starts, Sakura would start trying to make conversation easily. And from here she would be like, "Hey Tazuna, do you guys have any ninjas back in the Wave Village?" And Tazuna would say, "No Sakura, we don't have any ninja. You see, there's minor villages that train ninjas sometimes, but officially there is the Hidden Leaf Village, the Hidden Lightning Village, the Hidden Rock Village, and the Hidden Mist Village, and the village hidden in the sand. Each village is led by a Kage who is in charge, and each one is the most important person in the village. And in charge, they have the utmost control of the village if they wished it. But it would be hard for one person to control a whole village, so a council is formed to advise the Kage of the village, and our leader Hiruzen has lived through a lot of wars since he's led us through 2 of them. And even have been the one who trained the 3 legendary Sannin, and he's still one of the strongest people in the world and is more than capable of fighting a Kage type level fight," Kakashi said, making Sasuke and Sakura think that the old man is really that important. And Kakashi, as if reading their minds, would say, "You really just doubted Lord Hokage, didn't you?" He would say, glaring at them as they would shake their heads, sweating. A couple of hours later passed, and eventually they would pass a puddle. They all noticed besides Sasuke and Sakura, and even Tazuna would notice a puzzle, saying, "Wait, something's wrong." And Naruto, not wanting to deal with rats, grabbed a kunai and wrapped a couple tags around it and threw it at the puddle, as it first made lightning shock, the puddle showing the Demon Brothers C-rank rogue ninja from the Hidden Mist, and the other tag went off and exploded them, as the third tag went off tying them to the tree, as Naruto smirked proudly at his invention. Okay, what? Naruto, not wanting to deal with the rats, grabbed a kunai and wrapped a couple of tags around it, and threw it at the puddle as it first made a lightning shock, the puddle, showing the Demon Brothers. Okay, and then it exploded, and then another tag went off tying. Okay, I don't know why that confused me so much, but it did. Anyways though, continuing on, Kakashi patted Naruto's back proudly and would say, "Good job, Naruto." He didn't even need to do anything now. And he would then be like, "Just give me 2 minutes while I interrogate them." He then would be like, "They're gonna start speaking freely soon." He would lift his headband, showing off his Sharingan to the Demon Brothers, as Naruto and Office and Kaguya would watch, and Naruto would merely smile, as he would watch him break their mental defenses, and they would immediately start talking. After 1 minute and 25 seconds exactly, they started talking. And from here, he'll say, "Alright, why did you guys come here?" And they would say that we came here with Master Zabuza Momoichi, that they were hired by Gato, yes, Gato, and his orders were to assassinate the bridge builder and the ninja with them. They both said, saying with terror in their voices. Kakashi nodded and gestured Naruto over and said, "Alright Naruto, kill them. I want it clean and simple," Kakashi ordered, as Naruto lifted his hand and a wind blade formed in his hand as he cut the 2 brothers' heads off and pocketed their loot for anything remotely decent. After he was done, he sealed the heads away and shot 2 ash-killing bones at their bodies and kicked the bodies, destroying them, as Kakashi nodded proudly while Sakura was green and yelled, "Naruto, how could you do that?" And Naruto said in a matter-of-fact tone, "Listen here, Banshee, I won't say this again. We're ninjas. We take orders from the higher-ups. I mean, the only 2 people that I listen to are these 2, but that's if I want. But still, like they say, if they ask you to jump high, jump high. Do what they say or they'll kill you. And don't hesitate to follow Kakashi's orders. He would say, "We're cold-blooded killers. We do this as a living. If you can't handle it, then stop being a ninja and leave the program. We all know you're here because of Sasuke, so either get your shit together or die sooner rather than later, because I'm done with your shit. I'm done dealing with you, and if anything happens with you, you better deal with the consequences for yourself. Don't blame me for anything. I'm just gonna be sitting there eating a tree popcorn the second you get into danger." And from here, he would put the scroll in his pouch and seal it away, starting to talk to Tazuna and Kakashi, as Sakura would just sit there turning to Sasuke and would be like, why would he say that? But Sakura would turn more green and Sasuke would be like kind of green, because obviously he wants to throw up at what he saw, but he knows that he can't be feeling like that, knowing that he needs to kill his older brother Itachi someday, so he needs to get over killing, right? And so we jump over to chapter 10. Alright, everyone apparently in the wave is under control of a man named Gato, and wants to kill Tazuna-san here for making a bridge to help save the wave from his tyranny. Anything to say, Tazuna-san? Kakashi asked Tazuna, who had started sweating, but started to explain everything to them. So, we have a boss man who was a tyrant ruling your home country and making our lives shitty. You're trying to make a bridge to save everyone and want protection against anything Gato might hire, right? Naruto asked, with Tazuna nodding his head yes, and he would say, I'd personally like to help, but it's up to my Genin team though. We're asking for backup just in case we do go on. Kakashi asked / ordered / said. I might go unlock my Sharingan, Sasuke said. I'll go. And Sakura would say yes, just agreeing with Sasuke, saying that, Sasuke would save her if anything bad happens, and she has nothing better to do. And from here, Naruto would say he could just try out his new jutsus, in glee at the idea of his new lightning jutsu, as Kakashi would simply chuckle. Alright, guess we're continuing. I'll get back up soon. Let's set up a camp over here, Kakashi said, as everyone followed him to the area where they set camp up. Kakashi then wrote a message and was about to summon, but Naruto said he got it, and summoned a smaller dragon. Naruto-sama, you require my services? The dragon asked, and Naruto nodded. Yeah, what's your name, Hatching? Naruto asked, and the dragon said proudly, Rayquaza. That's my name. And Naruto rubbed his head as he made a satisfying sound from it, and would say, Anyway, Rayquaza, can you take this message for me to the Hokage in the Leaf Village? That way, he's in the loop about what's going on. And from here, the dragon would look at Naruto, be like, okay, sure, and he would fly off in a green blur. As from here, Kakashi would be like, when did you get the dragon contract? They hate humans, Kakashi asked. Naruto saying that he simply talked with them with his talk no jutsu, and he got them to let him sign their contract. Naruto said with a proud smile on his face. Kakashi and Tazuna would both chuckle, and Sasuke would say that he demands him that they let him sign it. And Naruto simply summoned the Elder Dragon behind him and asked Elder-chan if he wants that emo duck butt to be his summoner. And the dragon sniffled at Sasuke as he would stare into his eyes and say with disgust, No, Naruto, no way his soul, no way. His soul is so full of darkness. I swear someone says power and follow me, he would in a heartbeat. No one like that, let alone a human beside you, can be our summoner. You're the only one. Also, hello Office, Kaguya. Well, I gotta go. You know how Red gets when his dinner gets cold. The dragon said while looking at Office, who waved at the bunny and smiled, and the dragon would poof away. There's your answer, Emo. Now, creation of all things, Naruto said, and then a nice tent appeared in front of them as Naruto and Kakashi went inside, and a second later they went wide-eyed. How the hell did he end up in a castle? Kakashi-sensei, did you go in the tent? Naruto asked Kakashi, who was shell-shocked but nodded at being in a castle. On the moon. Oh yeah, this is my true home. So let me know if you like it. I don't really have a lot of windows, but if you want to leave, the door's right there. Also, again, jutsu's used on the tents, so nobody noticed we were gone, so don't worry. Naruto said, and then left to go make dinner. Sadly, he didn't get to make dinner because Kaguya already made it, just in case, so he doesn't blow up the kitchen again. Kakashi-sensei, come on in. Kaguya Hime made dinner. Naruto said to Kakashi, who was around and ran at the smell after finding it. He would sit down in a chair and quickly they would all say a quick prayer. I like that. Yes sir, we like that. And they would then go on to eat dinner. So Naruto, how did we get here in the first place? Kakashi asked. Naruto explaining that he used a couple of seals with his genjutsu, and so that's how they got here. They end up having a nice little dinner, and from here, they end up pretty much getting out of there. Oh, next part. Chapter 11. Following this, they end up making their way outside as Naruto would realize that their backup team arrived, and Kakashi would be like, let's continue. From here, Naruto would ask what's the plan, and Guy would be like, yeah, what is the plan, Kakashi? As he would say, alright, here's what we're gonna do. Tazuna will be in the middle, me in the front, Neji can be in the sides, as well as Sasuke, seeing as they both should theoretically have the jutsus, and in the middle should be Naruto protecting Tazuna, since he's probably the strongest. Now remember, we have at least one confirmed enemy, Zabuza Momochi, and his apprentice who is disguised as a Chunin if they try. So if we can, let's just overpower Zabuza and get this over with. From here, they would go on to basically look towards the direction of Neji, as his bloodline would activate it and get ready. Naruto activated his Shinju eyes and would see both targets, smirking inside waiting for this to happen. Naruto placed Kaguya on his head, ready for a fight. Not really though, he would just use Kamui to never get hit. And from here, Naruto would end up pretty much going towards the direction of Zabuza as a giant sword came flying at the direction of the team. Naruto just stared at the giant sword as it phased through him, and he looked at the man standing on it. No eyebrows. Hey, dude, overcompensating for something. You're facing the wrong way, idiot, Naruto said as everyone gawked at what he said. What you say, brat? Zabuza demanded. Ugh. You're an eyebrowless man who's overcompensating for something with that giant sword there, Naruto said, laughing as Zabuza tried to punch Naruto, which only phased through him. Looks like No Brows is a bit touchy about his tic-tac, my eyes see everything, Naruto said, laughing as all the men laughed while the girls made a disgusted face while Sakura cracked a tiny smirk. You're not bad, brat, but your teammate, the emo and the banshee, don't seem that good. They seem like they ain't even got their first kill, Zabuza said, and Naruto nodded on a branch. Naruto, a good boy, he had his first kill already at a young age. Emo boy and banshee ear killer, pink-haired one, mean he turned green at a simple decapitation, Naruto said, using a childlike voice similar to a certain Uchiha Obito who would do behind a mask. And from here, we would have Zabuza say, Naruto, is it? I'll be sure to remember you. As from here, he would took off onto the water, and Kakashi would follow his as he would lift his headband showing his normal eye, which then turned into a Sharingan, surprising many people, as Guy would say he'll simply be here to protect everyone. Everyone, protect the bridge builder. Naruto, do what you want, Kakashi said as he got in a fight with Zabuza. Canon fight, the fight would go canon except for Kakashi, who would get trapped in the water prison. He would be released by Naruto as soon as he would appear and would slash a black staff on Zabuza's chakra, disrupting it for a few seconds, releasing the jutsu, and Naruto would vanish as Kakashi would pretty much end up passing out since his chakra levels are like not exactly that high. But basically what happens after this is the Chunin would came in, and Naruto would say that he'll chase them with a technique of his. He would go into the ground and follow them using a Shinju eye, which made it easy and found their base. After scanning their memories, he went into a tree and he would merge with it, soon appearing behind with a group who were taking a small break. Naruto forming on the ground, simply saying, I found it, Naruto said simply, as Naruto started walking towards the group as they would get back into formation, and Naruto, not even using his dojutsu, even having his eyes closed, would use his sensory abilities to pretty much end up finding out their house. They would go into sleep, or at least it looks like a clone would do, and Ovis would be on him. The real Naruto and Kaguya went to the castle on the moon, and Lemon incoming? Okay. So basically what it seems that's happening right here is that they were fighting and Kaguya was like, hey Naruto, come over here. So Naruto switched out with the clone and they just started cooking dinner, you know what I mean? Like just know that Kaguya says, Naruto, take me. Naruto, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Just know though, y'all. Just know. That's all y'all gotta know. Anyways, we're gonna switch that and then we're gonna go all the way back towards the direction of where they're actually at, right? Now, when Naruto ends up arriving back, Naruto would end up arriving when when they would actually make it towards the bridge and Gato would be back. So Naruto would have had his shadow clone be with the squad for such a long time, and he would finally end up pulling up at the end, shooting his bones that can turn everybody to ash just at all of these villains as you know, they just disintegrate, obviously. And then Naruto walks over towards the direction of Gato and says, Gato, I'll let you live if you sign these papers here. Naruto said as Gato nodded and signed the papers, as Naruto freed one of his arms and then removed all the rods as they turned into balls and floated behind Naruto like a halo, along with the others from earlier. The clones would poof already, and he would say, I said I'd let you live. Never said anything about anyone else, Naruto said as the gleam in his eyes was visible, and he chuckled Gato he chucked Gato to the villagers, who dragged him into town and tortured him and then cut off his head. Hey Naruto, what did Gato sign? Kakashi asked as Naruto held the papers to Kakashi's eyes, and from here he would say, no way you made him give everything he owned to you and his company too. Wow, I've never been proud of my younger brother this much, Kakashi said, straight anime crying. First massacre, I'm so proud, crying anime tears as everybody would sweat drop. And from here we would have a scene between all of them just being like, okay, what are we gonna do about those two over there? Naruto asked, pointing to Haku and Zabuza, who both did a very good job of tiring everyone out. Naruto would be like, we're gonna bury them. They were only trying to help the Mist rebels and only said it was his deathbed and tried a true hero. So we plan to bury them, Neji explained as Naruto nodded and then threw a blast of water, cleaning all of the blood off of the bridge. They dug the graves on a slight hill over, seeing the sun, and left Haku's mask and Zabuza's sword on each grave. They all left but never saw the spirit of the two, as they would ascend to the sky with a white angel. And from here, they would end up making their way towards the direction of the village, already completing this next thing. But on their way there, they end up actually finding out once they return to the village that Naruto is on the bingo book. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze Otsutsuki, believed to be around 15 to 16, birthday October 10, mid-S rank ninja, and that his jutsus are that of the Rinnegan Susanoo, orbs that make it impossible for a person to move, water jutsu big enough to clean a giant amount of blood easily, he can use water, lightning, fire, and they would basically just put a bunch of random facts about him, with his dad and mother being put on it as well. By the way guys, water break. That hit different. Anyways, and then they would end up putting the currency amount if he was to be brought alive. 300 million Iwa alive, 350 million Kumo alive, 250 Oto alive. I don't know what that means. But anyways, he would basically say, okay, I know Iwa and Kumo got this, but what did I do to piss off Orochimaru to give me a bounty? Probably just wants my Rinnegan, Naruto said as everyone stared at him in shock as he read the book entry. I see. You're free to go, Naruto-kun. Your team has the week off, so train on your own for now. And you better train hard to get that SS rank, you know? Hiruzen said with a chuckle as Naruto nodded and left as a black portal opened and Naruto walked in it as it would close. A whole week, huh? Kaguya, you think you could handle a whole week? As Naruto asked as the bunny on his head smirked and nodded as Naruto left Office in her room and headed to himself and Kaguya's room for an entire week of just straight studying, you know what I mean? They just started really talking about their emotions, their feelings, you know, they were getting down, just know. But anyways, jumping on to the next chapter, chapter 12. I'm not going to be covering none of that weird stuff, by the way. So in case you guys are like, come on, Xehther, cover it right now, scratching at your neck, straight fiending for me to talk about it, I'm not doing it, all right? So you can click off now if that's what you were waiting for. But anyways, Naruto woke up with a yawn and would stretch as all of his bones would feel nice. Like Naruto wake up feeling that satisfaction of after studying, you know what I mean? Because after you study, you just know that, you know, you got it all out of the way. So Naruto woke up and yeah. But anyways, after a little while, Kaguya would make breakfast and Naruto would sense the scroll he gave to the Kokage written in, and he would open it going completely wide-eyed, saying that he'd be back in a little while as he appeared in a yellow flash to Hiruzen's office, completely ready to go. Anyways, I see you got the message, Hiruzen asked, though it really wasn't a question, more of a statement. Naruto nodded, and from here he would say, yeah, anyways, once the others get here we can start everything and explain it all, Hiruzen said, and Naruto nodded and closed his eyes to relax for now. 10 minutes later, Kakashi, Guy, Kurenai, and Asuma arrived. Hokage-sama, why is Naruto-kun also here? Guy asked, and Hiruzen said, "There's a reason, but it will be explained soon." They all nodded as they stood serious in front of the Hokage, and he would say, "Anyway, this mission is most likely S rank. We detected maybe higher. You 5 are to go to it. The location is on the edge of our borders. I want you to go look for it and see what it is. There is 2 sources though. Also, if possible, I want you to capture them," the old man ordered as everyone saluted the professor, and they then got the exact location more or less. When they got close, they walked in on guard, even Naruto, and they walked even closer when an arrow flew through Naruto's shoulder but didn't cause him any injury at all, surprising everyone but Kakashi. They all looked where the arrow came from and saw 3 people. One had red hair and a violet and violet, making everyone gasp realizing who it is. The next one is female, with an auburn color hair and silver breathtaking eyes. And the last one has brown eyes and black brown hair, and looked beautiful, almost the same level as the silver-eyed one. "Who are you, man?" the silver-eyed goddess demanded, and everyone beside Naruto didn't understand them. "Anyone understand them?" Kurenai asked, and Naruto said he did and walked over to them, more specifically, the redhead. "Don't come closer, man," the brown-eyed one said, even though she had a feeling they couldn't understand what they were saying. "Mother?" Naruto spoke in their language, shocking them. He could understand them. "Identify thyself, man," the brown-eyed one said, and Naruto looked at the 2 females and said, "My name is Naruto Uzumaki, a primordial being. I think you guys are from the Greek world I made. I think. I went by Chaos then. Now, it's Naruto. In this world, that is, my mother, when this body was born, it came from her and another male who was my father from this world. Sadly, the chance of having parents vanished when a madman using a giant monster would end up killing both of them. But anyways, my father would seal a demon inside of me using the Shinigami, and from here, the Shinto world that you guys know would have been created. And then he would say to them that their names are Artemis and Zoe, the goddess of the hunt and moon, and more, and her most loyalist hunter. She has all the years of having a hunter," he said with a small smile, as the 2 would be like, "Wait, you're Chaos, the first being, maker of the universe, the strongest, unmatched in, well, everything?" Artemis asked for clarification, and Naruto nodded. Well, my man, hating universe, hoping friends, I will say this: you're stuck here since I won't make the hop back over and back since I made rules. But say you suddenly drop a list of Greeks. I might drop them off here on this world," he said with a wink, while picking up his mother, a single tear down his right eye. Both girls smiled thankfully, and Naruto said, "Do you 2 wish to live within my old house? It's basically a mansion. I prefer living on the moon," and he said it super casual, making them sweat drop. "Lord Chaos, is you? Do you think it would be possible to live with you? We don't feel safe in this new place where I can sense energy from almost anyone," Artemis asked, and Naruto nodded and said, "Oh, of course. Also, in this world, everything is based off Japanese basically. I'll help you both and whoever else learn it personally." Both blushed, and when he gave a megawatt smile that made them both have a tiny blush, and they would be like, "That'd be nice, Naruto," Artemis said, correcting herself. When he glared at her and snickered, "Alright, I'll help you too. Alright, let's make our way there." "Well, Naruto?" Kakashi asked, confused, as he would see Naruto gently hand his mother to him. Naruto then looked at the 2 and said in their minds as they talked. Artemis went first. "My name's Artemis Phoebe, member of the Lost Clan." Then Zoe went, "Thou art Zoe Phoebe, member of the Sameless Clan. And their clan doesn't speak our normal language. They use a different one, so I can translate if needed," Naruto said as the 2 went back to their normal language, and he would be like, "I see, and what do they want?" Kakashi asked. Naruto, who spoke to them, and said, "He wishes to know what you want. I can make a half lie, a complete lie, or something else if you just wish to just ask." And both chatted and said, "We want to live with you at your home since we're sort of family, since you made the universe." Naruto smiled and then said to Kakashi, "They basically just want to live in my house, and they're cousins of mine, so they're going to be living with me from now on." And the group of them then started their journey back to the Leaf. "Lord Naruto, is there any maidens I could have join my group?" Artemis asked, and Naruto chuckled in his head. "Artemis, we live in villages here. No fancy technology. Mostly it's all basic compared to your world. No phones, no monsters thankfully, and there is plenty of males to hunt outside the village. Though I will warn you, this world is at least 70% of the males. In this world, at least 70% of the males are open perverts. You see, the spiky silver haired dude covering everything but one eye, Naruto said, and asked as they nodded, "They are my sensei, since I faked being weak in this world to see what it was like. He may be a super big pervert, enough to read a porn public in public, but he's downright scary to most people in this world. He has a kill on sight or run on sight order also. He has a move that will literally pierce through your chest and it's only lightning. Downside of him being a badass is he's 3 hours late to almost everything. I swear on myself he's gonna be 3 hours late to his own funeral," Naruto said, quietly jumping right next to them, and the girls would snicker, which would be like, well, I guess. From here, they would continue going, and he would then tell them that their immortality, it's gone. But of course, he can give it back later, as it's the same way as he was. But he would basically say that he'll give them the dominion of this land, and from here he would continue just pretty much telling them about everything of this world and just explaining to them that Naruto is kind of going to just get them situated, and that's just how everything's going to be going, right? And that's pretty much everything that would be going down here. And to follow up with this story, I'm going to be telling you guys about what happens after this, right? Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The way that the story of this direction ends up, the way of the direction of this story and the way that it ends up going following this is it ends up taking the route of just adding a bunch more different characters to the story. And I don't think it actually finishes, considering that if I check right now, there is 16 chapters and I'm on 13. So it was basically just gonna have 3 more chapters of like a little bit of randomness and a small update. So you already know your boy Xehther finna take what's already there. You know, your boy finna take these ingredients and he's finna start cooking. So anyways, continuing on with the story. After Naruto gets these characters suited up in his house, he would end up telling them that they're gonna be there for a couple of months and would say that he'll send them back to their own realms pretty soon. But for now, they can just be guests in his house, and he introduces them to Kaguya, who would easily welcome them into their home. She's like, "Oh, Naruto, I didn't know we were gonna have company, but sure, like they can come here." And so Naruto lets them in, right? And following that, Naruto just kind of goes back to the village, right? The next day would come around, and this is when things get interesting because Naruto is going to be participating in the Chunin exams, or so he would have liked, because Hiruzen decided that there was no way he was going to let Naruto participate. Hiruzen, knowing what Naruto is, would be like, "Naruto, come on, bro. Like, you know you're going to solo if you even so much as come a little close to fighting them." And Naruto would be like, "I guess you're right." As from here, he would pretty much end up being promoted to Jonin, and Naruto would be the one overlooking the entirety of the Chunin exams, specifically the portion in which Orochimaru arrives and tries to bully Sakura and Sasuke. Naruto would be with them, but he wouldn't be allowed to go with them any further than just the Chunin Forest of Death. Now, Naruto wouldn't exactly be helping them as much as just watching them and making sure that they're safe, and they would be able to actually get through this portion very well until this white-skinned freak would end up appearing. Bro, if somebody was to clip that, they'd be like, "Hey, yo, is that the race confirmed?" But nah. Anyways, this white-skinned freak, the Orochimaru, would end up pulling up and would end up pretty much looking at Sasuke, obviously, and being like, "Uchiha." You know, as obviously Sasuke being a little weirded out by this would be like, "Naruto, who is this guy?" And Naruto would get a big smirk on his face saying, "Orochimaru." Flicking his fingers, immediately these orbs would transform into a gigantic rod, and these rods would begin to chase Orochimaru. Naruto, noticing that doesn't look scary enough, would snap once more, and suddenly the rod would turn into a gigantic saucer that would rush at Orochimaru, and the second it makes contact with him, Orochimaru just boom, disappears. Just like the characters in Infinity War did, just like all of the pieces of his body just they turn to dust, and he returns to the earth where he once came from. And now Naruto would just watch as Orochimaru falls to the ground, and he'd be like, "I knew it was gonna happen, just not this soon. It's your own fault though. If you would have never attacked this village, I might have left you live a little longer. But I guess not." As from here, Naruto, looking towards the direction of Orochimaru, would have a big ol' smile on his face, and he would then go towards the direction of back towards the Chunin exams tower, saying that the only big threat they were going to encounter was pretty much dealt with. So he ends up making a clone, returning back to his house and getting down with dinner, you know what I mean? Like, he starts enjoying his dinner, and Naruto's just having a mighty great time, you know what I mean? And eventually 1 month time skip happens, and he gets to watch Sasuke fight in the Chunin exams. Now, when Sasuke ends up piercing Gaara and everything goes all crazy and everybody else would be like, all right, it's time for the attack, Naruto, he's not having none of it. Naruto's just like, time stop. And he would look at Gaara as he would end up tightening the seal with Shukaku, locking Shukaku's access to Gaara and making Gaara finally hear nothing. Like, his consciousness wasn't screaming at him for the first time in forever. And Gaara was just like, finally, I can think. And you know, Gaara was just like feeling good. But from here, he would look towards the direction of all the sand members, and Naruto was not playing around. Naruto kills each and every single one of them, creating 5 clones, each one of them using a very powerful jutsu, which people have evil intentions would shoot off bolts of energy at them, and they would each die, just immediately getting turned to nothing. And from here, Naruto starts the Chunin exams once more, and Hiruzen and everybody else would not even realize that the attack would have happened. Gaara ends up breaking out of the dome, and from here, the fight would end up being in Sasuke's favor. Because without Gaara having access to the abilities of Shukaku, or like as in like the one-tail transformation, and just having access to sand, I think Sasuke would beat him, considering Rock Lee was about to, and he was able to use the same taijutsu as Lee. So I think that Sasuke, with the ability of having jutsus with him as well as that same speed, not exactly 4th gate speed, but you know, definitely close, something like 2nd to 3rd gate Lee speed, like 2nd to like and a half Lee speed, he's more than capable of defeating Gaara, and Sasuke would be named the leader, not the leader, but the graduate of the Chunin exam. So he would be promoted to Chunin, and so he would end up remaining in the village. Now, Sasuke not exactly having anybody to go to for power, seeing as the Sound 4 also get killed, would mean that he doesn't end up running away from the village, and eventually Naruto decides that it's about time that he would finish off with the last threat on the earth. Naruto ends up teleporting over towards Zetsu and would ask him to call a gigantic meeting, telling Obito to call a meeting with the Akatsuki, and a week later the meeting would finally happen. Naruto, after having some fun with Kaguya, ends up making his way there, and Naruto would be wearing PJs as he walks in there and just destroys the rock, walking over there as he pokes through his ear, and he'd be like, alright, let's get this over with. He looks towards the direction of a bunch of the members, and he would be like, as suddenly the 6 paths orbs would each fly into all of the members, including Obito, mind you, who can't use Kamui to warp against it, and it would just go through him. The only person remaining would be Itachi, with Naruto saying, come with me, don't fight me, and Itachi, watching as all of his like Akatsuki members died in front of him, would be like, alright, I guess I'm gonna follow you then. And Naruto would be like, alright, good, because you didn't have a choice either way. And Itachi follows Naruto back to the village, with Naruto pretty much telling Hiruzen that this man right here is to be made the next Hokage. Naruto using the ability of the King of Hell to actually fix Itachi and take away that sickness that has been plunging him, and Itachi becomes Hokage, with him entrusting Itachi with a bunch of the secrets of Naruto, even the scroll of summoning him, and Naruto just disappearing to the moon, where Naruto proceeds to, just have fun with Kaguya, and since he would end up finally having a month pass, he would send his cousins back, as from here Naruto just chills on the moon, and anytime that he needs to get called, he does. But eventually, as time goes on, Naruto would kind of become a little bit of a myth or a fable on the earth, and after 100 years Naruto would return to the world, as he would end up realizing that people kind of forgot about him. After he handled the Momoshiki threat and even Ishiki, people seem to write him off as something that never actually existed, that it was just like a myth. But he returns back to the Leaf Village, or what used to be the Leaf Village, to see like this new society that would look a lot like ours, and Naruto would be like, gotta restart. Bro proceeds to wipe it out and then tells Kaguya to get ready because he's about to repopulate. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the end of What If Naruto Ate the Chakra Fruit, written by my man, the primordial_void_fox. You can find his links down below on Wattpad. He's the one who ended up creating this insane story. Obviously, I took my own free liberties and ended up freestyling the end of this just because I thought that the direction it was going towards was just something that was going to be giving me a lot of trouble to read. Like, the names and just the pronunciation of a couple of things that ended up popping up, it was just a little bit too much of a hassle, to the point where I didn't want you guys to have to listen to me being like Naruto and then stop, and just like I just didn't want you guys to deal with that. So I freestyled my own ending, and I hope you guys loved it. If you guys want to check out the original ending, his links will be down below so you guys could check that one out for yourself. It's only 3 more chapters, so what are you waiting for? Follow my man on Wattpad and definitely give him all the love in the world, seeing as he wrote this banger story. That said though, ladies and gentlemen, it has been your boy Xehther, and I am out. Peace.